Pacific Steel Group is a full-service fabricator and installer of reinforcing steel. As the West Coast industry leader, PSG is involved in all types of projects ranging from high-rise office buildings and residential towers to bridges and schools. Pacific Steel Group focuses on developing a thorough plan of execution to meet the unique needs, ensuring a successful and efficient project. Pre-planning is a key part of what we do. When a PSG delivery truck arrives to the job site, the offloading of steel from the truck is quickly underway. PSG has qualified riggers on site who communicate by radio and by hand signals with the crane and the heavy equipment operators. They assist on the proper placement of the steel on the job site. It could be bundles of rebar or finished columns, or it could be cages of steel that are going to be flown in by the crane. This coordination with the PSG team and with the other subcontractors and trades on the job needs to happen with precision and in a safe manner.
I like to refer to the men out in the field as professional union iron workers because that's exactly what they are. We obtain these men from a pool of iron workers. The union itself trains these men. They provide them training to become a rodman, first period apprentices, all the way up to journeyman iron workers. So it does take a great deal of initiative from them and a drive and a desire to be able to do this work because it is physically taxing, it's demanding, it's not simple by any means, but aside from having the physical ability to do this work, it takes a high level of intelligence as well, being able to read plans and actually build what they're going to build out in the field. That's definitely impressive. So we have regular safety trainings. We have weekly tailgate meetings, which is a requirement for forklift training, fall protection training. Our foremen have to complete OSHA 30 training. They have to be first aid CPR certified. They have to be qualified riggers to be able to take the lead themselves properly. The foremen out at the job sites are considered to be our safety representatives on the job, so they carry a tremendous amount of responsibility on their shoulders. Besides running the job itself, they have to be able to take the lead when it comes down to safety, being able to pinpoint safety hazards on the job and correcting them immediately.
PSG's unparalleled industry experience is reflected in the ability to adapt, innovate, and take the initiative to ensure the success of each project. Our work starts with the selection of the right estimator for a given project. We don't price work based off generic industry assumptions, but instead we perform a detailed takeoff from the foundation through the top of the structure.
When we receive bid invites from our clients, we evaluate the bid documents that are sent to us for completeness and thoroughness to make sure that we provide our client with product and the pricing that they need during the pre-construction process. Some of our estimators have over 30 years of experience, so collectively we have some of the most experienced estimators within the industry and a very talented pool of estimators working for us currently. If the drawings are incomplete, we also assist our clients in providing value engineering and help with a design assist approach so we can come up with the most constructible and economical package to our clientele.
While the competition may focus on the job's total tonnage as metric of cost, PSG's detailed approach evaluates each element of work down to the total quantity of each size and grade of bar to be utilized in the construction. Once we have accurate quantities, we carefully analyze cost factors involving our field superintendents, who provide project-specific input on the labor costs associated with each element of the work, from footings to columns to walls to decks, each one presenting distinctly different challenges. Once packaged, we provide a detailed proposal to all our customers addressing price and project-specific conditions of work.
When it all comes down to it, the customer service experience remains our #1 priority. We remain committed to providing our customers with the best experience that this industry has to offer.
PSG has one of the largest groups of detailers of any U.S. competitor, with detailers employed throughout the United States and Canada. In the detailing process, shop drawings are prepared reflecting the intent of the engineer of record. These designs specify the quantity, grade, placement, bending shapes, and laps of the reinforcing steel to be installed. The PSG approach to detailing not only accounts for the engineer's design, but takes into consideration project-specific limitations such as schedule.
Looking at the design and seeing where there's a lot of impact with congestion, that we go back to the engineer and try to minimize that through some value engineering, not only with the customer, but also for field placement, and then also to speed up the project and help scheduling.
PSG's detailers follow the same setup for the project as used in estimating, breaking the job down into different elements such as slab on grade, footings, walls, and decks. Once prepared, the detailed drawings are submitted for review by the engineer. That may lead to corrections and then final approval of the drawings. The detailer, in collaboration with the PSG foreman, will then release the work for fabrication at one of PSG's state-of-the-art fabrication facilities. At this Bloomington facility, we are able to service all of Southern California, and in addition, we have shops throughout the Western United States.
We take stock lengths of rebar, stock coil, and we bend them per spec. We receive orders from our detailers for our current work, and we fabricate what is on those orders, whether it be right angle, straight bar, HRC bar, threaded bar, one-piece ties, columns, what have you. We run 70 fabrication men and about 20 in-house drivers. That equates to anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 tons per week. We ship anywhere from 25 to 35 trucks on average on a daily basis. Orders ran and processed by our data input are anywhere probably from 30 to 75 orders a day.
We have state-of-the-art equipment to make us as efficient as possible. This typically starts with the shear line, where the bar is cut to the engineer's specified length. The cut bar is then moved to the bending tables, again bent to meet the unique engineering requirements of the given job. Here you see an auto bender manufacturing ties for one of our jobs. We will often recommend the use of a headed bar in lieu of a hooked bar to reduce congestion. Here we are assembling the frame of a rebar cage using a machine to weld stirrups into a regular pattern matching the job's requirements.
It takes awareness, and it takes you having to pay attention to detail. Everything we do is detail oriented. It has to be perfect within spec. Our men, they're hard workers, and they're on their feet for 10 to 12 hours a day, but to pay attention to all the safety hazards, all of our criteria, and to make sure we're putting out the right product and not having any shortages, any errors, it takes a lot.
Pre-planning is key to PSG's success. Such planning requires constant communication between the estimator, detailer, project manager, and foreman. Site location and limitations are carefully considered. The number of truckloads needed, timing of arrival, and crew size is constantly evaluated. From fabrication to installation, PSG will tailor the right approach for your next specific project.